Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you are doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. I am super excited by this new series called the Cozy Caravan, where we drive around all 50 states of the United States and we try and find a cozy mystery based in every state. And so I have a Google form that is down below that if you would like to enter in some cozy mysteries that are in the different states, enter in the form down below. I have over 100 that have been entered in so far, but today we're doing it in alphabetical order and we're doing the first 10 states. So let's get into this. The very first state I have is Alabama, and I have A Potion to Die For. This is the first book in the Magic Potion Mystery series by Heather Blake. I have read this book and it is absolutely fantastic. I loved it so much. As the owner of Little Shop of Potions, a magic potions shop specializing in love potions, Carly Bell Hartwell finds her product more in demand than ever. A local soothsayer has predicted that a couple in town will soon divorce. And now it seems every married person in Hitching Post, Alabama wants a little extra matrimonial magic to make sure they stay hitched. But when Carly finds a dead man in her shop clutching one of her bottles, she goes from most popular potion maker to public enemy #1. Bum bum bum. Love this book. It's absolutely fantastic. I couldn't recommend it anymore. We then find our way all the way up in Alaska and we find Mousse and Murder, the first book in the Alaskan Diners mystery series by Elizabeth Logan. And love that cover. It is absolutely beautiful, and it says, when Chef Charlotte Charlie Cook was offered a chance to leave San Francisco and return home to Elkview, Alaska, and take over her mom's diner, she didn't even consider saying no. For the past year, she's built a comfortable existence, spending her days making sure the restaurant runs smoothly and that her cat, Eggs Benedict, how adorable is that, is appropriately pampered. But soon life at the diner starts feeling a little one note. Determined to bring fresh life and flavors into Bear Claw Diner, Charlie starts planning changes to the menu, which has grown stale over the years. But her plans are fried when her head chef Oliver turns up dead after a bitter and public fight over Charlie's ideas, leaving Charlie as the prime suspect. So we can drive all the way up to Alaska and enjoy a diner, but we could also find ourselves in Arizona with Sprinkled with Murder, the first book in the Cupcake Mystery series by Jen McKinley. Melanie Cooper and Angie Delora are finally living out their dreams as proud owners of the Fairy Tale Cupcakes Bakery. But their first big client is a nightmare. She's a bridezilla who wants 500 custom cupcakes for her wedding. When Mel stumbles onto the bride-to-be dead by cupcake, she becomes the prime suspect. To save themselves and their business, the ladies need to find the real murderer before the cupcake killer ices someone else. This series is very fun. It's cute. I love the covers. They're absolutely stunning, and I know that you guys will really enjoy it. We then find ourselves in Arkansas with Basket Case, a Silver Six mystery series by Nancy Haddock. There isn't much crime in Lilyvale, Arkansas, but local authorities have their hands full with Miss Sherry May Stanton Cutler, that's a name, and her housemates, a crafty group of retirees, which is fantastic. You guys know how much I love feisty ladies, who've dubbed themselves the Silver Six. But when Sherry May's niece Nixie arrives to keep them in line, Lilyvale also plays host to a killer. Ugh. That automatically goes on my TBR. Apparently I actually ordered it. I purchased this on July 8th of 2019. Thank you, Amazon, for letting me know. Why did I not remember purchasing this? Guys, my TBR, my digital TBR is a hot mess express. All right, we leave Arkansas and we go all the way across the country to California at a high-end finish, which is the first book in the Fixer Upper series by Kate Carlisle, which I've also read and I absolutely love. It's a fantastic series. It is also a Hallmark movies and mystery series as well. So if you love the series and then you want to see live sort of the characters and things like that, you can always go check it out there. In the seaside town of Lighthouse Cove in Northern California, everyone knows the best man for the job is actually a woman. Contractor Shannon Hammer. I love that her last name is Hammer, guys. That's just fantastic. But while her home renovation and repair business is booming, her love life needs a little work. On a blind date with real estate agent Jerry Saxton, Shannon has to whip out a pair of pliers to keep Jerry from getting too hands-on. She's happy to put her rotten date behind her, but when Jerry's found dead in a rundown Victorian that she's been hired to restore, the town's attractive new police chief suspects that her threats may have laid the foundation for murder. I 100% believe that you should go and check out that series as well. I loved it. Then we go and we find ourselves in Colorado with Killer Chardonnay, a Colorado wine mystery series by Kate Lansing. So, Parker Valentine has always dreamed of opening her own winery in her hometown of Boulder, Colorado, which is stunning. My aunt lives there and I love it. But she gets more than she's bargained for when a food and wine critic unexpectedly shows up at a Vino Valentine on opening day. A negative review could be fatal for her business, and not only does he seem to hate her Chardonnay, he also collapses and dies shortly after drinking it, so she becomes the prime suspect. Bum, bum, bum. It looks absolutely fantastic, and you could always, you know, drink a little bit of wine while you're reading it. All right, so we found ourselves in Colorado. Now we're driving all the way to Connecticut for Death Overdue, a haunted library mystery series by Allison Brooke. And one, I love the fact that the first book in the series is Halloween themed. I'm already wanting fall to be here. Carrie Singleton is just about done with Clover Ridge, Connecticut, until she's offered a job as the head of programs and events at the spooky local library, complete with its own librarian ghost, which is fantastic. Her first major event is a program presented by a retired homicide detective, Al Buckley, who claims he knows who murdered Laura Foster, a much-loved part-time librarian aide who was bludgeoned to death 15 years earlier. As he invites members of the audience to share stories about Laura, he suddenly kills over and dies. That sounds absolutely amazing, and I don't know why I don't own this. That's just perfect. I love mysteries within mysteries, and like that's just, that sounds fantastic. So I looked and looked and looked for cozy mysteries set in Delaware. I couldn't find any, so I feel soups bad that we're just gonna skip over Delaware, because like I could find like thriller, like hardcore murders, but that's not what we're here for. And so we're just gonna, if you have a Delaware cozy mystery, let me know down below, because I would love to put it in the notes down below and everything. But we're just gonna skip on over to Florida with Grounds for Murder, a coffee lover's mystery series by Tara Lush. And this one just screams summer. Like that cover, guys, it just screams summer. You can't tell me it doesn't. It's freaking amazing. When Lana Lewis's best and most difficult employee abruptly quits and goes to work for the competition, just days before the Sunshine State barista competition, her cafe's chances of winning the competition are creamed. In front of a gossipy crowd in the small Florida town of Devil's Beach, Lana's normally calm demeanor heats to a boil when she runs into the arrogant Java slinger. Of course, Fabrizio Bellucci has a slick explanation for jumping ship, but when he's found dead the next morning under a palm tree in the alley behind Lana's cafe, she becomes the prime suspect. perfect for this spring into summer time frame. I own this and I am so excited to read it. And our last stop for this episode of the Cozy Caravan, we are in Georgia with A Pies and Prejudice, a Charmed Pie Shop mystery series by Ellery Adams. Just so you know, I have read all of these books in this series and I love them. It is so good. When the going gets tough, Ella May LaFay bakes pies. Who doesn't want to bake pies? So when she catches her husband cheating in New York, she heads back home to Havenwood, Georgia, where she can drown her sorrows in fresh fruit filling and flaky crusts. But her pies aren't just delicious, they're having magical effects on the people who eat them, and the public is hungry for more. Discovering her hidden talent for enchantment, Ella May makes her own wish come true by opening the Charmed Pie Shop. But her old nemesis, Laura Lynn Gaynor, is making trouble, and her old crush, Hugh Dillon, making nice. She has more than pie on her plate. And when Laura Lynn's fiance is found dead, killed with Ella May's rolling pin, it'll take all her sweet magic to clear her name. So that was our first part of our road trip through the United States. What did you guys think? Do you think this is a cool concept? Would you like to see the 40 other states? And do you have any that you'd like to add? I'll put the link to the form down below. That's the end of this road trip. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.